play action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Uzama. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Oh, it's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Brings their line to kick off for the Jets.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, and don't tell everyone how many I had.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Paul want to give up the middle. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a fumble or an interception, before you go out, you get together as a defense and go, sudden change, keep your poise, be ready to go. That's exactly what this group has done.
They'll look to run with Hall. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped. Get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets have taken the lead. Now Zerline on and the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter.
Brings their line to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday. 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And he gets this one just shy of 40 to mark. Down at the 39. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Through one quarter. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Quinnen Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Watson off play action. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On play action, Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
4 yards. First down, Jets.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Hard running at the 15. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Straight ahead is Hall. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
This 2nd and 4. Hall again.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And Minnesota stepped that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd and 2. In motion right, that's Wilson. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A great open field tackle that's going to stop it shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turn? Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This will be fielded at the 17.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On play action, now Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. A handoff for Hall. Oh, he bowls over it. And down inside the 15 he goes. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. So Darius Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Rodgers. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, Now you're talking about a really big swing.
Brings their line to kick off for the Jets.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by DJ Reed. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll try to run with Hall. And they'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. One more time with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 71 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here's a give to Hall. Dodges him at the 50. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. A give running right is Hall. And shoving his way inside the 35. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now Hall. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and a yard. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cleveland offense ready to go. On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, nice move. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And he's taken down inside the 30.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. This is Hall. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the security point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Running left, it's Hall.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is caught. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson from 10 yards out. And the Jets extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Brings their line to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Watson now to throw.
25-yard line.
That's complete to Tony. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Faking the give. Now Watson. The throw for Tony is intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Intercepted by the Jets. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Open man is Uzama. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They'll run with Hall. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give to Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Throw left side, complete to Tony. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Watson going to change the look here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
At the 7-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escape. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On play action, now Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jets have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Browns 21. Greg Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Could be it. This could be the turning point. We're set.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Another timeout.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson dancing to his left. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jermaine Johnson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Hey, we gotta snap it. We gotta snap it.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. Rodgers throwing here. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this